There's a moment that comes quietly in the lives of those who are called. It doesn't arrive with trumpets, it's not loud, it's not clear, but it is undeniable. A whisper in the soul. There is more. More than the life you've been living. More than the roles you've been playing. More than the comfort you've been clinging to. This morning, I spoke to a client who felt it too. They couldn't put it into words. Well, not exactly. But they knew something was trying to be born through them. And for the first time, they had the courage to honor it. But here's what stood in their way. Explaining that inner vision to people who can't see it. Family, friends, people whose opinions they've trusted their entire lives. And I had to tell them gently but firmly, you don't owe your soul's vision an explanation. Carl Jung once said, the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. When you try to describe a vision still forming in the womb of your spirit, you risk distorting it, dismissing it, diluting it. Because the people you love the most, they often love you as you were, not as you're becoming. They've memorized the current version of you, the predictable, understandable version, the version that doesn't scare them. So when you share something radically new, it disrupts their sense of you and of themselves. They'll say things like, that's not realistic. What's your backup plan? You should wait until you're more stable. And in their words, even in their love, you'll hear a deeper message. Don't change. Don't leave us behind. Don't make us question our own choices. Friedrich Nietzsche once said, he who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. You were not given your vision to convince others. You were given it to carry, to protect, to become. And in the early stages, when it's fragile, when you yourself are still unsure, that's when it's most vulnerable to being crushed by someone else's logic. Here's what most people don't realize. Your vision is sacred. It's not coming from your past. It's not coming from your ego. It's coming from your higher self, from Source, from the frequency that knows exactly who you came here to be. And because it's sacred, you must treat it as sacred. You don't broadcast sacred things, you protect them. You build an altar around them. You cultivate silence and stillness so the voice of the vision stays louder than the noise of the world. Marcus Aurelius said, be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. That doesn't mean being isolated forever, but it does mean understanding timing. When you share your vision too early, especially with people who don't vibrate at your level, you create energetic confusion. You begin to take their doubts as your own. You internalize their fears and you start making adjustments, not based on divine guidance, but on their expectations. And here's the danger. You begin building a life that pleases them instead of the life that fulfills you. And years go by, and you wonder why you're burnt out, why your dream feels unrecognizable, why you don't even know who you are anymore. It's because you let them redesign your temple before you had a chance to carve your own foundation. So protect your vision, not just from the outside world, but from the parts of you that still seek validation. The part that wants to be liked, to be applauded, to be safe. Because here's what I've learned. Your highest path won't always feel safe. In fact, it will often feel lonely. It will make you doubt yourself. You'll be tempted to share just for the comfort of being seen. But that's the moment you need to pause and ask, am I sharing this because I'm aligned or because I'm afraid? Let me tell you something important. You don't need to talk about the dream. You need to walk the dream. Let your light become the announcement. Let your actions speak the words your ego wants to say. Let your consistency earn the trust that your voice can't. Marcus Aurelius also said, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. If you're a poet, don't explain it, just write. If you're a musician, don't justify it, just play. If you're a visionary, don't plead, just build. When you do that, you shift from validation seeking to vision holding, from insecurity to embodiment, from noise to signal. And slowly, without having to say much, the people around you will feel the shift. Some will be curious, some will want to help, some won't understand at all, and that's okay, because it wasn't for them, it's for you. You were called to bring it to light, not them, not your partner, not your parents, not your past self, you. So hold it tight in the beginning. Let it grow in silence. Let it deepen in solitude. And when the time is right, let it roar. But never forget, even when the world starts clapping, keep protecting your vision, because the pressure to adapt, to please, to pivot doesn't stop when you succeed. In fact, that's when it gets louder. So check in with your alignment often. Return to the stillness. Recalibrate to the original frequency. And if something doesn't feel like yours anymore, have the courage to let it go, to shed, to evolve. This is your divine assignment. You don't have to explain it. You just have to honor it. The world doesn't need another copy of someone else's dreams. It needs the unfiltered, unshakable, untamed expression of the one you were born to live. So protect your vision like your life depends on it, because in many ways, it does. This is Aligned Frequency.